Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is an autoimmune disease that currently affects 2.5 million people worldwide. And just in the United States, there are about 200 new cases every week. What causes MS is the body's own immune system attacking the cells of the central nervous system. This ultimately leads to disabilities such as impaired walking and talking, blindness, and even psychological problems like depression. Current treatments for MS only help slow disease progression, and unfortunately, many have toxic side effects. So researchers like me are still looking into better treatments, and hopefully even a cure for MS. What if I told you there could be a treatment that was safe and as sweet as candy? First, let me take a step back and explain the basis for how this potential sweet remedy works. In our lab, we study the galectin-glycoprotein lattice. Structurally and functionally, it is a network. Now, you and I use networks every day, and they're important because they provide us with connections and stability. When our networks break down, then we have problems. Let's use the internet as an example. Say you're working on submitting a fellowship or job application. Or more importantly, you're streaming the most recent episode of Game of Thrones, and all of a sudden the Wi-Fi goes out. What do? How do you react? You lose your freaking mind. All of a sudden, you feel like you've lost all the stability in your life, and you can't quite function normally again until you get your internet connection back. That's how it works within our bodies too. Our immune system is made up of many kinds of cells that are in charge of keeping us healthy. They do this by fighting off harmful things like bacteria and viruses. Surrounding our immune cells is the galectin-glycoprotein lattice. And this network influences the behavior of immune cells, just like how an internet connection can influence yours. The connections within the lattice are essential for its stability and maintaining normal immune cell behavior. But what happens when these connections break down? What we have found is that this causes immune cells to go rogue. These unstable immune cells end up causing serious damage to vital organs, like the brain and the spinal cord, and this leads to MS. My research focuses on how the galectin-glycoprotein lattice affects the relationship between two kinds of immune cells, the B cell and the T cell. Both of them contribute to MS. T cells are the fighting cells of the immune system. However, they only perform their duties after receiving instructions from B cells. What I'm beginning to find is disrupting the connections within the galectin-glycoprotein lattice on B cells is causing them to become hyperactive. These hyperactive B cells then encourage T cells to cause more damage than necessary. They do this by expressing combative signals that end up on their surface or in the surrounding environment. After receiving these signals, T cells go out and look for their opponents. And in the case of MS, delusional T cells think the cells of the nervous system are the bad guys and attempt to destroy them. There is a way to calm these rogue B and T cells down though, by giving them sugar. Now, you might think that's counterintuitive, since generally sugar makes people bounce off the walls. And you're right. That is true for the common sugar, glucose, which is broken down and used by cells to generate energy. But there is a special sugar we use called GLICNAC, which can't be broken down for energy. Instead, GLICNAC is used as a building block for the galectin-glycoprotein lattice. When we give immune cells GLICNAC, this increases the connections within the lattice and makes this network stable once again. This returns immune cells to their normal selves. And when we give mice with MS-like symptoms GLICNAC, they become healthier. We currently have a clinical trial with giving MS patients GLICNAC, and we believe this will prevent their immune cells from attacking their nervous system and allow patients to eventually become disease-free. And in the not-too-distant future, we believe GLICNAC can also be used to treat type 1 diabetes, muscular dystrophy, psoriasis, and all other diseases where immune cells attack the body. In these cases, I doubt anyone would complain about taking a spoonful of sugar as their medicine. Thank you.